What's up, guys? Today I'm doing a video on a cool pistol. This is a Colt 1903 that has a fraudulent slide. Now, how do I know it's a fraudulent slide? Well, they misspelled AutoMACtic. I have a Colt AutoMACtic here. So when I looked up the serial numbers, I found that the frame is a early production around 1907. Over 500,000 of these pistols were made. And when you look at the serial number and it says 63,000, tells you how early of a pistol it was. It's got some pitting on the trigger, and by the safety right here, it's got some pretty deep pitting. But considering its age, I think it looks nice. Now let's talk about the slide. The reason why I figured it out so quickly was the spelling on the slide is incorrect. I have a Colt AutoMACtic. I showed it to a couple people and they said it should say Colt's AutoMACtic. So that leads me to believe that it might be a Ruby made slide. Now I can't be certain. One of the guys I asked about this said that it's possible that the barrel was damaged or squibbed, messed up the original slide, so instead of buying a Colt made slide, they bought a Ruby slide. The muzzle looks a little messed up, like it was banged around a bit. I don't know, this pistol might have been abused. Actually, since it's got a fraudulent slide, yeah, it's in the 100+ years that this gun has been around, it's gone through some shit. It's a smooth gun. I just like the way it feels. I love a steel gun, and I like the way it looks. That's why I bought it. Is 1911s, Colts, just in general, have this sexy appearance. I know John Moses Browning was not intending for it to be beautiful, but he achieved that. He made a very functional pistol that is a very attractive looking firearm. This time I'm just going to shoot for the poop. Are you serious? I was just hitting it. Yeah. I have a little bit of a flinch. Now this thing is a pleasure to shoot, honestly. It's got a decent trigger pull on it. I'm glad that Browning decided to go away from this design with the 1911, because the bottom hinge grip safety I am not a fan of. I don't like to grip a gun, and as I'm pulling the trigger I'm also squeezing that grip safety. It's not comfortable. The 1911 is so much superior because your natural grip disables the grip safety. I prefer that. Also, the way you take this thing apart is there is a pin right here that holds in your recoil spring plug, I guess you want to call it. I like on the 1911 that the bushing on the front is what actually holds that plug in place. This is a pin, so when you take it out, watch, because it will go flying. So apparently he was shooting at the board too. He's trying to chop it down like it's a tree. I thought he was just missing. The sights are pretty sparse on it, but when you get past it, it is a very thin profile pistol. I can see why so many people would want to carry a gun like this. It's light, it's small, and it's easy to shoot. Now, in today's market, I would not carry it. I know there are a couple people that still conceal carry these pistols, and it's very reliable. I've not seen it have any failures to feed or to fire. So it is a reliable gun, but the ballistics of a 32 ACP compared to even a 380, it's just not a very powerful round. So personally, I would never consider this thing for carry. Also, since you tell it's pitted, it's susceptible to rust. So carrying it every day, you have to be very careful that finish when it starts to rust. There's a lot of reasons why I would not carry this pistol. It's got a safety on the side right here, which has no detents when you put it into position. When it's up, you can't pull back on the slide. Also on this pistol, you can tell that this slide is not meant for this gun. The mating between the frame and the slide is not correct, and when you try to lock it back, there's a little notch right here on the slide that when you pull it back, you're supposed to be able to push up this safety to lock it in. But, well, that time it locked, but if I move it just a little bit, yeah, it does not stay in place. It's also got a heel release, which can be a negative for some people, and a 8-round capacity magazine, I believe. But all in all, the only things I don't like about this pistol is the disassembly being one pin holding that plug in place. I don't really like that. The sights are pretty sparse, and that grip safety, not the biggest fan of. But honestly, I had fun shooting it. So even though there are things that I would say I don't like about the pistol, it's not enough that I didn't buy the pistol. Last 7 bullets I have. If you know anything about 32s, they're not exactly cheap, so probably won't have ammo for a good amount of time. And as you can see, I have a flinch with this gun. I'm not super accurate with it, but it's a good shooting gun, really soft shooting. I like it.